In the landscape of figure photography, one group strived for tangible and dynamic displays.
No time to explain, dead in the rows!
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Bug.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is filmed in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers just like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at Bull Nice, coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 378.
Oh God, you're so close. You're so close. 388.
388.
You don't give yourself enough credit, man. You missed a digit.
Yeah, man. I tried. This is episode 388. I'm your host, Book Nice. Got my boys with me. D. Wall, Rick Dom, Pancheezy is with us in astral form. He may be able to join us in the physical here shortly. David, why do you look like a killer? What's happening?
I am in Oakland, and since I'm back in the Bay, I got my black hipster vibe going.
There you go.
Got you. All right. I dig it. See you there?
I'm here. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. It's Friday night. It is December 12th, 2025. And we are here. We are going to have a guest on here shortly. I guess we should probably talk about our week a little bit. How was you guys' week? What did you see? What did you experience? Talk to me.
I had a birthday.
Hey,
happy
birthday!
Had a birthday.
Hey, welcome to Species.
Just turned 21. Just turned 21.
Just turned
21.
Hey, if I didn't know you for so long, I would believe you're a young-looking ass. 21 jumps ass.
They'll never know. Oddly enough, I spent my birthday with our guest today. I spent my birthday with him, and I live ordered his new series that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, on Kev's on mine and Kev's thing we do every Wednesday, best and worst. Shout out to Kevin from Toying Around. Ever heard of him?
What up, Kev? I got a chance to pop in to Kev's live stream yesterday, and a time was had. That is I don't get to make it over there often. I normally have to watch as part of like the replay crew.
Yeah.
And man, one of the best in the business. How could you not love that guy? How could you ever say anything mean or disparaging about that guy? Ooh,
the nicest man in the community. One of the greatest dudes.
Fucking Canadian, man. How could you be mean to a Canadian?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but God bless Kev. God bless his podcast. And if you don't have anything to do they normally rock on a Thursday?
We do. We do Wednesday, and he does Thursday as well. He does unboxing Thursdays, and on Wednesdays we do like kind of like a recap of the news of the week. It's usually me, him, and Chamba. Sometimes Poncho if he gets nasty. But you know he if when he can he makes it, baby. So yeah, that was my week.
Very nice. Happy birthday once again. Happy belated birthday, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad you made another trip around the sun. Walt, how about you, man? How was your week?
A blur. So I'm out of town doing some work for my business,
For your
and
own business, huh?
yeah, my own business. So I'm in Oakland. I have a corporate event that I'm producing tomorrow in Napa. And so that meant that this week was a short work week, which meant I had to cram a week's worth of work into 3 days. Yeah. And just going through the motions, man. Got all these pre-orders coming in, getting my mental ready for this Sentinel drop that's about to happen and hit my account any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, just taking time to actually open some shit and I cleaned up the Dave cave.
Nice.
What a name.
Shade. Hey, well, thank you.
What a name.
Took some time to reorganize my shelves yet again, and I think I've got it. I cracked the code, and again in anticipation of the Sentinels, because I'm getting ready to take some time off of work, and I just want to spend some time opening up some shit, getting some posing done.
I thought you was about to say I just want to spend time with Sentinel.
With the Sentinels, just the kids. I'm also trying to figure out, I'm trying to get my story together, because my wife don't really trip. She never has been the type of wife that trips over the hobby and collecting and all of that shit. But after being in it now for 15, almost 20 years, and what it was that did it was her walking into the space and seeing how stuff had spilled over into my office and the cave and seeing it in shambles. And she walked in one day and just my wife doesn't really curse a lot, but she walked in one day and just stood there. And I was on my computer working, and she was just quiet for 60 seconds. And so I spun around and was like, "What are you doing?" And she's she just looked me dead in the face. Not even, she penance stared me. And she was like, "I hate all this shit." Oh shit. And we just both burst out laughing, and I was just like, I know it's gotten a little out of hand, huh? And then she just
that is hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'm getting ready to prepare, because this Sentinel drop, these guys coming, is going to be a big deal.
Yeah,
bro. This is not the right time. Right before Christmas, and come on, bro.
Yeah,
I know my kids will be looking at me sideways. Because they're also older now, and they're starting to get a little judgmental. Not judgmental, but they're just like, "All right, Dad, when is this going to end?"
Yeah,
right.
They hit you with another one.
Yeah.
Not you, son.
Either. Yeah,
not you, son. Don't do this. You're supposed to have my back.
Yeah, I kind of soft launched the Sentinels last weekend, because Ash was looking for a pair of earrings for herself, and she was like, we were talking about it, and she was like, "I'm gonna gift these to myself or whatever, so don't bother to rope them into your Christmas gift to me and shit." And I'm just like, all right. And I'm like, well, I'm gifting myself something too. It's about the same price too. So just be aware.
Masterfully done. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
So
I bet.
I'm not looking forward to paying, but it is what it is. It's going to be any day now. You know what's funny? Hasbro think they fucking slick, because the next live stream is on the day that they're supposed to charge, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tuesday, right?
no.
Yeah.
I think it's Monday. The 15th is Monday, right?
15th is Monday.
Yeah.
Actually, let me get to P and then let him talk about his week, and then let's maybe start the top of that, talking about that. But I'm gonna put a pin in that in my thought.
That's crispy.
P, how about you? How was your week?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing
interesting.
Just work.
So yeah, work and Christmas shopping. That's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This Christmas.
Can I ask? Kai is what, 2 or 3 now?
He's 18 months.
Okay. So coming up on 2. What is the big Christmas gift that Santa's coming to drop off for our pre-2-year-old?
Hey, first of all, I just want to realize that I am completely self-aware, and I'm fully aware that I just became one of those people that was like, my kid's 38 months old. First of all, not 3, not 2. They're 10 years ago, I would have never fathomed being that kind of person, but here I am.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this week we found out that his flavor of autism is fucking cars. So, like,
I mean, that's
nothing
pretty
has
normal
stopped-
for kids.
Yeah, I guess.
They all
Yeah.
in cars. At some
Lightning
point.
McQueen, baby.
Yeah. Wait, cars like Hot Wheels or cars like
No, like Lightning fucking Queen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ciao.
Got a lot of the cable
nothing
guys.
has-
Cars, literally Cars. The
yeah.
movie. Got you. Okay.
Nothing has gripped him quite like Cars. Rebecca and I hate every single second of it. I mean, Cars is fine, but like,
which one of you did it? Which one of you did this? Which one of
it
you
was
was sitting there
it was a
watching?
collective choice.
You made a
Because
huge
we've just
mistake.
been like, it's like we put 6 Disney movies in the proverbial gun and spin the chamber, and whatever it lands on, we're just waiting for him to like imprint on it. Thank God it wasn't Lion King. But Cars is also another terrible thing.
Is he trying to like watch it over and over and over again? Is he at
yeah, he loves watching it like over and over. He'll say beep beep, and we know that he wants to watch Cars. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yo, he Pavlov dog jaw. He just walks in the room and is like beep beep, and then y'all you know what time it is.
Yeah, my mouth starts salivating. I grab the remote, all that shit. Yeah. But I mean, like, of course, I'm just being facetious. Like, it's fine. Watching Cars a million times a day is all right. Whatever.
It's all right.
But like, it's just been cool. Like, buying toys not for me, which is a new feeling. So that's pretty cool. I got him a car today. The last like Lightning McQueen like remote control car in like our Walmart, and I'm excited about that. Like the most nothing week I've had so far. I wish it was more exciting, but
That's good, man. Good calm week is good, man.
Send me DM me your address, and I'll be sure to get something obnoxious in the mail for Kai. That'll drive.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you.
You and Becca crazy. Something super loud and easily activated. I got you.
Yeah, I hope he likes Finn McMissile.
The first Christmas I ever spent with Becca's family, maybe not. It wasn't the first Christmas. It was like a couple of Christmases. So like, Rebecca and I first started dating the day her little sister was born. No, it was the day after, because our date was scheduled, and then she was all like, "Hey, I can't come. My stepmom's in labor," and I was like, "This is the most dumb excuse ever. If you don't want to tell me, just say it.
You don't want to see me. Just
told
say
me
it.
you were washing your hair like all the other girls.
So like, so I've known like her little sister forever, but like I think like maybe it was the second Christmas I spent with them. I got like a dog drum or a dog guitar for them, and like, you know, she loved it, but like Rebecca's parents were all like, "Why'd you bring this in the house, man? What are you doing?"
Damn.
That's it. David, what were you gonna say before you asked about my week?
Sentinels. So lest us not forget that originally December was not the fucking date for the Sentinel drop.
No.
Originally it was supposed to be October, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Wasn't it October?
Okay.
I want to say it was September, October, something like that.
Yeah, and then remember we started hearing rumors that it was getting pushed.
It got pushed back. Right. Okay. Yeah.
To December, because somebody had like posted it, and then it like got legs, and it turned out to be a real thing. But them like taking the bread on Monday, bro, on the 15th, 10 days before Christmas. At the time, I was like, yay, more time, more stuff in between to get. But now I'm like, fuck, 10 days before Christmas is crazy.
Yeah, I would not be able to oblige.
It is very crazy.
Crazy work.
That's very crazy.
And the crazier thing is that like Hasbro really has not taken their foot off the gas. Because since the Sentinel drop, we had Dragon Man was before the Sentinels, right?
As far as what, the pre-order for it?
Yeah. Which came first? Was it Dragon
Man? Had to have been, because we got to pose Dragon Man at Comic-Con. It had to have been.
Okay. So then it was Dragon Man, Sentinels. Then we had the HasLab for the Snowcat. Then we have Apocalypse. Then we have hold on. I'm leaving out one. We had what's the devil's name? Mephisto. Then and now they just dropped the white his tank, the snow his tank for their little like pre-order joint.
Wow, I can't believe you left out the Tron. Takes the Hasbro Pulse.
How could I take it? But it's and you know all the pre-orders and everything else that have come between now and then. It's been a crazy year. And with that said, it's gonna be I am chomping at the bit to see everybody's top 10 and worst 10 figures of the year this year.
Yeah, you know what? I that totally slipped my mind. Yeah, it's a lot of really good stuff got released this year, man.
Like across multiple lines, across multiple companies. Last year was difficult, but this year is going to be crazy for top 10s. And there are a few people in the community who I'm really excited to see. They do a good job, and I like the way that they edit some of their videos for their top 10s. So go ahead, sir, and get active. You got the new setup. Go ahead. And you know what? This is the other thing I was going to say before we jump in for tonight. I know I've been saying this every year for like over the last decade, but seeing the setup in the layer of your table and where you're doing your white hots and just how you made you like incorporated your space to shoot in the same space where you have your collection and your display is very inspiring, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. And when I've been sitting in here recently and just being like, damn, I have everything here at my disposal to grab, and I'm displaying right here, and like, yeah, like I feel very motivated by that. But it's funny, I was texted with Solid today too, and he had mentioned like when he first like set up his room and like how he would go in there and just been like 10-15 minutes and just like look around and then just walk out and shit. Like you get like mesmerized, and that's been happening to me a lot. I just come in here down for a while and just be like looking around, and then I just leave. Don't do anything.
You know what it is? It is that is a quick dopamine hit. That really is what it is. It's like some mental recharge. Let me get this quick shot of some positive energy and go back out about my shit. Kudos to you. Exactly. The space is coming together nice.
Yeah, thank you. What do we want to bring in our guest for the evening?
Absolutely. He's been sitting back there like, man, these guys are talking.
I know.
Oh, too fucking much, bro. All right.
Yeah, let's bring on Ricky from Plunderlings, baby.
Excellent.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
hello.
Ricky. Nice to see you again this week, Ricky.
No, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Hey, what's going on, Ricky? Nice to meet you, man.
Likewise.
Where's
the conversation? Yeah, you guys
Ricky, tell us about your week. Actually, tell us about how
was
your week?
No. I'm my toddler imprinted on Frozen. She's obsessed with Frozen, and her birthday parties this weekend, and so a lot of it was finding Frozen stuff. I don't know how Disney manages to infiltrate every home, but they do it.
Yeah,
she's only thinking about that right now.
Yeah, it's like Poncho said.
Meanwhile, you got a whole like toy line created, and she's not even.
No, she thinks those are dad's toys. She's just like very clear. I thought she was going to be able to partake in it, but she's like very clear. Like, no, that's yours.
How old is your daughter?
She's going to turn 3 now.
3? Yeah, that's the good age. I remember mine went through her Frozen phase. I was actually thinking about Frozen like a week ago because it was when I think I was just seeing the trailer for the live action Moana. And I was like, damn, they got to Moana live action really quick. And then I was like, oh shit, just wait till they lap back around and do the live action Frozen. Yeah.
Sure. I didn't think about that, but yeah, they're definitely it's on that treadmill that they have going on.
It's coming. So and then I was like, you know who, I won't take us down a Frozen rabbit hole, but if
I'm there.
if they were to do live action Frozen, as my mind started turning, the perfect person I think right now who's hot and who would sell a lot of tickets and get asses in seats for young girls and like young adult women would be Sabrina Carpenter.
And the biggest thing about Sabrina Carpenter is she's a Disney kid. She grew up on Disney Channel television series. She was on the on the Girl Meets World. It was the reboot of Boy Meets World with like Topanga and Corey's children, and she played Corey's daughter's version of Sean. You know, the kid that has like a troubled household.
I remember that. I didn't watch it too much, but okay, I did not know that. All right.
Yeah, that's where she got her start. So it would be an easy like, hey, you can sing. You've been a Disney girl. You want to come do this movie and make like $1 billion?
So thanks for tuning in to the #1 live action Frozen podcast.
Exactly. Right. He's like, damn, I can't even escape it on a toy podcast. This is crazy.
I brought it up. So.
Oh shit.
All right, so where do we want to begin with Plunderlings? Can you give us give our viewers a little rundown of how you started, where this all began for you?
Sure. Plunderlings is an original like IP toy line. It started off. I work in an animation studio in the Dominican Republic, and for a long time we were trying to pitch like an animated show, and Plunderlings at first came from there.
Oh, cool.
And but if I'm being honest with myself, even the reason why I got into animation and everything, and it was because I was always excited about making toys, and I just thought the only way to make toys was to have an animation first, and then you get to make the toys. But then I saw Sphero do Animal Wars of the Kingdom and have that successful Kickstarter based on like an original idea. And so I decided to just go ahead and skip the whole animation part and see if we can just put the toy line up. And so we did the Kickstarters, and we got the first Plunderlings done, which look like these. Let's see, I got one open here. These little figures. But the general idea is that we're trying to make like a Caribbean like fantasy world, because fantasy worlds are very like European usually.
Yeah.
And so like instead of like knights and stuff like that, we have pirates, and instead of dragons, we have iguanas and parrots. And anyways, there's like a whole world behind it that I'm going to start trying to let people in on a little bit more. But for now, I'm just trying to make fun toys. And then we did the Plunder Long and the Plunder Strong, which are over here. So here's a Plunder Long, which was just longer, and then a Plunder Strong.
Man, those Plunder Strongs are so impressive.
The big guys.
I bought Poncho. Poncho's awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah, of course you did. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I don't.
Sorry. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on. My fault.
I could share on P. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry. So just to show the articulation method. He's got like a big ab crunch for being a big figure that we came up with an articulation method where he can
that range is
all the way forward and go all the way back, and without losing the center of gravity, because it's got like a big disc in the middle. Basically, I'm also a collector and I buy lots of toys. I'm always thinking about different articulation things that we could do. And
I was just going to ask, like, when they first came out, I was really impressed by the range of motion that they had. Was that something that you had in mind from the beginning, to just push as much range out of these guys as possible, or what?
Yeah, no, a lot had to do with buying toys and getting frustrated by like, what it could do or what it couldn't do. I also think you can do too much. That's something I keep talking about, that I feel like there's like a sweet spot for articulation, because I get frustrated sometimes with the import stuff when it's too articulate. If I feel like I can't put it in my pocket, I feel like it stopped being a toy.
Oh, Ricky,
you're a decorative item.
You're a man after my heart saying that, because I have felt that way for a long time. I think the first Mafex I ever bought was like a Dark Knight Batman. Yeah. And I remember it falling apart in my hand and thinking, damn, is there such a thing as too much articulation? I hear you loud and clear on that.
And there's also articulations just like not anatomical, like there's like motions that like you can't do. So why do you want your figure to be able to do it? Like, is it necessary for the bicep to be able to spin on its own? Probably not. Basically, thanks to the support, I was able to just try to make cool, fun toys. And then now we decided to finally skip the Kickstarter part and try just going straight to available and online, and then we have the Plunder Beak, which he doesn't have his wings on right now. But these are the new ones that are now available.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the animation part. Do you think that you would double back now to do animation? Is that something you really had a background in to begin with?
Yeah, we have some. So we've been offering putting some stop motion to promote it. There's like a whole pitch deck to do like an actual animated thing, but it's I've been waiting to try to find like a partner to do that with, because it's expensive to make animation, and even if you do manage to do it, the hardest thing to figure out is the distribution part. So like, yeah, you can make it, but then if it's not going to end up somewhere where people are watching, that's kind of an important part of it. But yeah, to answer the question, yes, and I am getting to the point where maybe we'll just start making animations with or without partners, just through the.
Yeah, I was about to say, would you think about partnering with any of these animators that are well known in the community right now, like I don't know, like DX Animation or what's my name?
Stop motion or is that hand drawn animation?
Yeah, it's stop motion technically.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? So that's not really your lane.
No. We've been doing some stop motion for like promotional stuff. But yeah, if we're gonna do like a show, honestly, it's an interesting option to maybe just do make the whole look be like a stop motion thing, where maybe just the faces are animated or something like that. But originally, we're thinking more like a 2D or 3D animation.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, just the look of Plunderlings, I think, would lend really well to that type of animation. I think they would really pop. But yeah,
I'm curious to know, because one, I've seen Plunderlings around the community for a while. When was the initial Kickstarter, the initial drop date, Ricky?
That was like I believe it was 2019.
Okay,
so it's been a little bit.
So it's funny now getting a chance to meet you and talk to you about the line, because the quality of these, from what I've seen and the way that people have used them in like A.C.B.A. and seeing like people's hauls and like reviews online, I didn't know that this line was a Kickstarter. I thought this was like a major toy manufacturer that like had dropped a new thing on the community, right? Because they looked amazing since day one.
Yeah.
A question I have for you: I didn't know the angle. I didn't know you were from the Dominican. I didn't know the angle about them having like a Caribbean flair. I love all of that. I would love to hear you share more about like how you landed on like these demonic troll looking guys, because that also to me is a good way that you kind of like made your own, you carved out your own space in the industry.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think a lot of the initial seed or inspiration of it. Well, basically, I grew up more in Venezuela, but in different places in Latin America, and I moved a lot and spent a lot of time playing like Legend of Zelda and stuff like that. I spent a lot of time in these like fantasy worlds. But I always thought it was like kind of disappointing that I didn't see as much as like the interesting environment that was around me, like in those or I couldn't find fantasy worlds that really explored that much. And about the monster part, for whatever reason, I've always been more drawn to like creatures and animals and people. I always think that people aren't very interesting looking, and so I don't know. Basically, this is like a whole world that the idea is that instead of having it's not a fantasy world that has human beings in it. It's just the Plunderlings are the pirates and they're exploring, and so that's kind of like the lore thing. So I don't know how much of a conscious decision it was. It was more like what I was kind of drawn to. Like, also loved gargoyles as a kid, as you could probably tell as well. And I just always find the non-human, characters a lot more interesting than the people ones.
Yeah, I could see this rocking. Like, have you guys ever thought about like doing another Kickstarter for a pilot episode, and like maybe even being your own on your own channel on YouTube and starting it that way and having a following where you market this more toward like a younger demographic and kind of push it kind of like on some trolls type vibe or like some gremlins type vibe, and then kind of build out your own world around these guys?
Definitely. That's where we honestly is probably the most likely place that we'll end up landing. But for now, it's just making toys in general is hard. And so a lot of my focus went to there and just maintaining the toys and making new toys and and staying engaged with that. And I was always kind of hoping that there'd be a third party that would appear that would help do the animation part. But again, if it has to be, if I figure out a way to do both, that's fine, because I don't mind either, to be honest. I think it's very likely we'll end up doing something like that, where we'll just try to push the story out ourselves. But yeah, we basically there was a while, like I said, it was originally pitched as a show, and so we're still kind of waiting to hear back on some fronts there. But honestly, I think it's very likely we'll just end up doing it ourselves, or doing something ourselves. It's not going to be at necessarily the biggest scale, or but yeah, it could be fun to do it like that. Just roll it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I'm always a little intimidated by YouTube. I don't know how you guys do it. I just feel like there's so much stuff out there. I don't know. How you stand out.
It is hard.
I mean, at one point it was nothing, and now it's kind of oversaturated with the toy stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Not to toot our own horns to you, Ricky, but there was a time when we were the only show in town, and now there's so many. It's unreal. It's crazy. We could switch like weekdays off the drop of a hat. Like we could be like, hey, I don't want to do Thursdays anymore. And everybody just goes, yeah, let's do Sundays. And everyone would migrate to that Sunday, because I mean, there was nothing else. And now if we do that, we're cutting off our legs, and there's no way. Like, we've tried to do it, and then we show up to like a random weekday show, and there's like one person there, like, oh man, we got to go back to Friday.
It's just a lot of people that just set up in front of the camera and just talk toys, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like the blueprint at this point now. So
building your own community like this, like it's such an enticing thing. It's a great feeling to like have that viewership and have that little community you set up for yourself. So I could totally see why everybody just like turn on this iPhone camera. I'm in. I'm doing whatever.
So the first Kickstarter, what was you guys' goal for the first Kickstarter, and how well did you do for the first one?
Double check, but I'm pretty sure our goal was it 60,000, which was let me see. I have to look it up. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys crushed that. I'm pretty sure I remember you guys crushing 60. I didn't realize it was even that low. I thought it was higher than that.
I mean, there's a lot of like psychology in using Kickstarter. One part that always surprises me that people. By the way, I sent you on Instagram, Boog. I sent you a stop motion that we did for these new stuff.
Oh yeah, that stop motion is great.
Yeah, for some reason, there's a couple. You get 3 really good days on Kickstarter. It's like your first day, because it's like the community has been waiting for it. The day that you get funded, and then like the last day. Those are like the 3 best days on any Kickstarter campaign, and everything else is just like kind of like pulling teeth almost. Yeah, so you want to be able to make sure you hit the goal, that you make the goal, because also if you don't make the goal, you don't get any of the money, right? So you have to find that number where it's enough to pay for the production, or at least as much as you're willing to, if there's like money afterwards, you're willing to front it or something like that. But you want to keep that number as low as possible, because people get really excited about the campaign after it funds. Before that, even though they're not going to get charged if it doesn't make it to the goal, there's something psychological. People are like, I don't want to bother, clicking and selecting a pledge and going through the steps if I don't know if it's going to get funded.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, people get more excited about it once it's a funded project. So yes, so I just always recommend people when doing Kickstarters, like find the lowest number that you feel comfortable with delivering on, because if you don't, you'll get a lot of new people, or a lot more people, once you hit that funded mark. But yeah, so I think we raised 120,000 for the first Kickstarter, and as for 60, so we raised double, and then the second one we raised for the Plunder Strong about 340,000.
My God!
Wow. Holy cow! That's wonderful, man.
So,
Damn. So can I ask, now that how many waves in are you, Ricky? Is this 3?
Yeah, I guess you call it the 3rd wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess this is a 2-parter. Yeah. Now that you're 3 waves in, if you could go back after and take anything you've learned and apply it back to the beginning, what would you do differently? and what is something that you guys are looking forward to in the future?
I mean, so many mistakes were made. It's hard to pick. But one thing that I have to always try to stop myself, because we have like I think 43 different like toys already released.
Damn.
And if I add up all the accessory kits and everything, like all these like different like accessory crates and stuff like that, we have like more than 100 different SKUs. And I definitely just get excited about getting new toys and new characters out there. And I think I need to like that's why this wave's a lot smaller. It's just 3 toys right now. It's going to be 6 when we add in the frogs, because the frogs are also coming over. But I can show those in a little bit. But I'm trying to keep the waves smaller, because I think there's an artist side of me that that doesn't listen to the business side, where I just want to make more characters because I want the toys myself, you know. So, and so it's always kind of hard to balance that. So that's definitely a mistake that I made. I think I made too many characters, and as fun as it is to have the whole army and all these different characters there, it just adds a lot to everything, like the complexity, the storing, even the fulfillment when you have to like ship orders on the Kickstarter. Every single person, if you have like 20 different places to pull from, everyone's order is very complex and different, and just again, it just adds a lot of steps.
I don't know if this is the plan, but now that I know more about the lore and the history, I don't know what it was, but something in me, like my inner child, got excited when you said frogs, because in my mind, they're based on like tree frogs.
They're so sick. The video for them is right there in the chat book, right here on a stream.
Oh, I didn't think about putting in the chat.
Yeah.
So
the idea of them being like, I don't know why my mind went to this, but like Jamaican, like Caribbean, like tree frog people, like plunderers, that would be like very dope.
Dude, these frogs are so sick. They
kind
look
of based
like
on frog colors. They're kind of very different, like they're like fantasy frogs, right? But they kind of got this tadpole head. They got 4 different arms, and then they all have. Let me see. They all have hoods. Here's one has a hood on already. So they got and then the red one was called Cookie. That's like a Puerto Rican frog.
Yeah.
And then
they come out at night and make the noises, right? Like I knew
exactly. They go cookie. Yeah. And let's find another one. But yeah, and they all have these masks. Again, kind of going back to sort of they're kind of these. If it was like a game, I always imagine it kind of like it was a game. These would kind of be the merchants or the people that you buy from, right? And then like they cool. Trade and like kind of like Jawas, they hide their faces.
Very
cool. And you can also put a weapon on the tongue, so they can hold up to 5 weapons at the same time. That's
very cool. Very, very cool. How many people make up your team? Like, how do you guys conceptualize? And can you maybe walk us through a little bit of like behind the scenes? And do you guys like just get high and start throwing ideas off of each other? Like, I would love to hear how you guys come up with some of this stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of evolved over the years. At the very beginning, when it was like more of a show, I leaned a lot on we had like an internal team for animation. The concept art was very different, but then once it became a toy, I ended up having to hire a lot of people, freelancers, especially off of Instagram and people like that. A.C.B.A. I don't know if you got his planetary dogs toys. He's a sculptor.
Really cool.
He does. I'm trying to think. He recently did like I think the werewolf. Anyways, he's done a lot of sculpting work before, but I had to find someone who's like specialized in toys, because there's a lot of different things to take into account when you're doing a toy than when you're doing animation. And then it kind of spun out from there. But I leaned a lot on this community that we have, where for like toy photographers and the box designs and stuff like that. And there was a while where it was kind of like a family affair, where I kind of roped in my wife and my brother and like family members to help do all the fulfillment, because we ended up having to run it out of the US because shipping to the Dominican Republic just wasn't an option, you know, with all the customs, double customs and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess the team's the full-time staff is pretty small, I'd say. But yeah, I'm surrounded by artists, and also artists back at the who can animate, that help a lot doing storyboards and different things like that.
Nice.
And also animal character. I mean, I keep mentioning it, but we have like like 100 different animals designed for the world and stuff like that, and different towns and different cities. Because the idea, the whole world is a bunch of islands.
Roadmap.
Islands are always moving around, but I got to figure out how to get the lore out there in a way that's not overwhelming to people.
I love like lines that have good lore. Last thing that's front of mind for me, and I'm gonna let some other people dive in with some stuff. Any chance we may get like some Vikings as you talk about expanding the world and growing, and the fact that they are called Plunderlings. I would love to hear what, like, in your brain, what animal you would associate with Viking.
We have one that had a Viking hat that I have here. I think this is my last one, so I might not open it. Let's see.
Don't mess up.
We have like a Viking hat, but because yeah, there's also other like what we're doing right now with the beaks and the frogs. We are coming up with new different types of animals. We had like a walrus we wanted to do, but now that Mythic Legions did an awesome pirate walrus, I think that might be taken.
No.
But yeah, honestly, I'm definitely open to doing other seafaring peoples because, but yeah, I have to think a little bit harder on what a good walrus fit, a good Viking fit would be. But first, I thought of the walrus. So,
where do you go ultimately? How do you? I mean, how comfortable are you in the space that you're in right now, or where would you like to go?
In a warehouse, I'd like to not be in a warehouse and have and eventually get other people to maybe help me with doing the shit. No, I think it's working for this guy. I've always wanted to try to keep things kid friendly and everything, because the idea is to kind of grow it into something that can be more accessible and more people can enjoy. But at the same time, I'm very grateful to the collector community, and I want to do good by them. And so like they're always going to be the first people that I want to make sure that I'm delivering product that that collectors and action figure enthusiasts enjoy. So I'm definitely comfortable with where we're at now, but I've always had my eye on maybe expanding toward a younger demographic as well. A lot of people, I get that feedback a lot, that this is a toy that people buy and they take home and they get it for them, but then they have to buy extras because their kids like it and their wife likes it, and there's being something that they can actually collect and share with their family, rather than just being kind of this like really expensive thing they have to hide in a room behind glass or something like that. And that's kind of what the direction I like growing in.
Yeah, I do think you really hit a middle ground in terms of that. I think you're in a really good space in terms of that, where it could go either way for the adults or the kids, for sure.
Yeah, where's the Plunderling Labubu's, Ricky? What's going on?
Right.
These guys, they got the spiky teeth like Labubu's. It's close enough.
You gotta do the plushy Plunderlings for sure.
Plusherlings, like that could be a thing.
Plusherlings. you know, it's funny that you say that, David. The other day we were on Kevin's stream and he was like, "Man, you missed a mark with plunder wings instead of plunder beaks." And then we started sitting there, and it just sounds like we're talking baby. Like, oh, look, it's the plunder wings, and it was like, oh man, never mind. Plunder beaks is better.
Oh, there it is. You got to get a child spokesperson.
Yeah. I think there's things that could be done that would help, but I don't know if I'm willing to go there. Like the whole Labubu thing, a lot of it has to do with the blind box. Kind of artificial scarcity of it. I'll be honest. When we did our first Kickstarter and there were very few, like our Plunderlings run was pretty limited, people got really excited about it because, but I think the people who, there's a main group of people who I want to keep excited about it, but then there's some people excited about it maybe because they wanted to flip it and buy it and then sell it because they saw they were going for a lot in the aftermarket. And then I kind of remade them all, which again might have been a mistake because it kind of killed some of the aftermarket thing. Yeah. But my thinking was that I wanted it to be accessible. I wanted everyone who wanted one to get one, like I didn't make it so that it would be hard for people to get. In retrospect, now seeing Labubu, I'm thinking, well, maybe we should have like okay, only 100 exist. And that's it, because apparently that really kind of triggers something in people that want to keep collecting. But but I just feel like on being on the other side of it now, that for sort of artificial scarcity feels kind of I don't want to say abusive, but there's something about it that feels
scummy.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't cost. Actually, it's cheaper if they had made more.
Yeah,
they're just purposely keeping it limited to make it so that people don't have time to think whether they buy it or not. Like that's the strategy. Like, I can't give myself the 15 minutes I need to like look at the pictures and decide whether I like it, because I have to buy it now or if it's going to be gone forever, and then I'll have to pay 20 times more if I decide I want it. And so they get you in that mood where you gotta like just like, oh, it's up, let me get it. I can't even look at it. I just gotta like get through the checkout process as fast as possible. And so part of it's smart, but part of it's also like you're kind of taking advantage of kind of this the FOMO in the way.
It's a little predatory.
People really like. How about you try to make something like good quality and that people like after looking at it, after taking it, like still want to buy it, and
and
buy it because they're scared they're going to lose it.
Yeah, and it really is like it's just another form of gambling. You could buy the exact Labubu that you want for the price of a regular Labubu, but you don't want to do that. You want to go to the store, you want to buy the box, and then when you open it, you're like, oh fuck, it's not the green one. Let me buy another one, and then you buy another one. You go, oh, it's not the green one. Then you got a third one. You're like, oh yes, finally the green one. When you could have just gone online and bought the green one for the same price of the first one. Like I tell my wife that all the time. Like she'll see a new series from Pop Mart and she'll be like, oh well, I only want these two characters. We'll just go buy them. Like, no, let me go get the blind box. Like, no, don't do that. Just buy it. I'll pay for it. Don't keep buying like
I think I originally didn't understand it, and that's why I was kind of like against it. But now looking at how great Labubu's doing and all this stuff, I think what even though people know what's happening, like logically, part of what they're buying is the excitement. Not just the product. You're selling them excitement. So everyone, why people buy lottery tickets and stuff like that. It's not they know they're not going to win, but it's you're selling them the feeling of the maybe.
I might win.
Exactly. And people are willing to pay for it.
And you know what? They succeed because little known fact about me, Ricky. My wife is obsessed with Labubus. I pulled the rarest Labubu 2 times in a row, and that's how it happens. That's how it happens. You're like, oh well, we did it once. We can do it again. And you're just like, we did it twice in a row, and it just that's how it happens. That's how they get
like loot boxes. I just feel conflicted about it in the sense that like I get it, like loot boxes like maybe allow all this new business model, but part of me just has a hard time like feeling good about it. And so again, I'd rather keep them at accessible prices. There are a couple that I started doing like limited releases on, like all the transparent ones, because I understand some people like that. So the transparent ones are usually like exclusive drops for different events and stuff like that. But
then I saw you had a gold one also. Is that a thing? Was that an exclusive?
Yeah, that one we re-released, but we made it part of a game. There was a game that we called Coin Quest. Let me see I don't think I have a coin here.
Yeah, it was about like going to Plunderling official retailers, right? And like
exactly. Well, here's an example to this store. But first we did like a game online, because again, the whole thing's to try to make it fun. Again, that's been my philosophy. I'm trying to make things fun and like as good quality as we can do it, and not go the Labubu route, which I think is like the demon path, But
it's a path with no conscience.
So we did this game where there was a game where when you solve the puzzle, it would show you a map, kind of like a pirate map of different stores in your area that we did this sort of exchange with. And then if you took the coin, which if you were a Kickstarter backer, you have a gold coin, which is like an actual metal coin. We want to do more coin quests, but you take this coin and then you leave it with them, and they give you. We had to do like a whole valet ticket system. We'll give you valet tickets to come back and pick it up, because I had to think of a way for people not to have to keep, maybe keep coming back and passing the coin around. And then you would get a free toy. So we that was something that was kind of fun that we did. That helped us also build relationship with retailers, and the idea was to also get people out of the house after the pandemic and discover our stores nearby. Was our thinking.
Would you guys ever consider, and again, thinking about like FOMO and exclusivity and like raising the value of your items on the secondary market, and tying it into the fact that these guys are Plunderlings and you've done like a gold and you've done like a clear in the past? What if you guys do a run and you sold like 120,000 of these, and then you were like, all right, out into the world randomly, when these drop, we are making 100. gold versions of this Plunderling, and only 100 are being made. And when you place your order, someone at random on some golden, some like Willy Wonka golden ticket type shit will get the gold Plunderling. And when you get that one, while yes, you didn't get the green Plunderling that you ordered, you got something that much better. You got the exclusive gold, and there are only 100 of these in existence. Like,
I like that. I like that.
That kind of shit.
I think we need to explore things to galvanize the community and to have people also feel like rewarded for taking it. And that's what we tried to do with the coin, but I think that's a cool idea too.
Yeah, because it costs less overhead to like do it, and it's just that your production run, you just literally drop them in at a random, and it makes it really cool. And one other thing that I thought about, and this may be on your board of ideas, when Rick talked about the Plunder Wings. Have you guys ever thought about doing like, what's all the rage is like zombies and undead shit? Have you guys ever thought about doing like a Underlings subline where you like take your Plunderlings and make them like zombie versions or skeleton versions of your existing characters?
I like the Underlings name. I'll pretend that I already had that one, so that
what a coincidence, David! I thought of that before.
There's your guy that your warehouse. We gotta lease David out to you and shit.
Yeah, but I think with zombies being all the rage, and you guys already having the moles, just finding ways to do tweaks and part swaps, and that would be really cool.
Yeah, that is interesting. And again, we've tried to keep things like pretty family friendly, because a lot of times people want to get like us to go maybe a little darker and scarier. So that I get it too, because a lot of stuff on their toy shelf looks like that. But I'm kind of hoping to combine a little bit more with maybe the turtles or comic versions, and that's kind of the aesthetic that we're going for. Animated versions.
You have a good middle ground. You have that one Plunderling with the bone mask and stuff like that. Like, see that's like the perfect middle ground. Like, it's a little creepy. He's got the bone mask, but it's not like a kid is gonna be scared by it or anything like that. It's a really good medium.
I also think, even though it has teeth and everything, but I do think even kids like to get like a little. Like, when I say kids, it's definitely 8 and up. That's how we have the toy rated and everything. We're not going for like a really young. Audience.
You're not going for toddlers. You're not going for
and also because they have magnets, and it's very important for me to say that if anybody wants to buy it for kids, make sure they're older than 8, because the hats have a magnetic feature where the hats stay on with magnets. If you haven't held them before, and they can stack. The hats can stack on top of each other. So it's a cool functionality, but it also kind of age gates it a little bit. But we're going kind of for like World of Warcraft almost like aesthetic, where it's a little bit more colorful and a little more. So that's one reason why we never go full on like a violent horror looking. Yeah, exactly.
To Rick's point, I do think with the way that they look, you have like hit this really cool sweet spot middle ground. Something that it reminds me of that's in retail right now, and my daughter and her friends are really into them, are Fugglers.
Oh my God! There's one over here somewhere. Are
you familiar with Fugglers, Ricky? Do you guys?
No, I'm googling it.
Yeah. So
they're really ugly.
They look like really ugly, man. What is called there was these dolls before. Are they the same ones? They used to. Okay, no, I get it. Yeah,
but
these could be a little bit ugly and a little bit scary.
But they're still like cutesy, and they have like little cute fun factors. And from the time that I first saw the Plunderlings, I was like, oh yeah, this. I honestly thought that it was based on a kid's cartoon, because like I said, I thought this was like a major toy company's product that people were using. So yeah, I honestly, bro, I think the sky is the limit for you guys. And if you ever do get around to doing the animated show, knowing how kids in that age demographic rewatch things on YouTube, which generates the revenue, I think that will push you guys even farther along to accomplishing some of your goals. And to get picked up maybe by like a major animation house or something. Like, again, you are laying down a very good blueprint.
It's a very kid-friendly.
I'm also happy with where we're at with the community. Like, if we can grow bigger than that, great. But at the same time, I feel just the support that from this local. I mean, with the Kickstarters and everything, I can't thank enough the collector community for getting behind it, because for me, it's crazy. Even the first Kickstarter that we didn't make any sense. No one should have given us any money. Like we had never made a toy before. We didn't know what we were doing. But anyway, so I'll always be first and foremost grateful to that community for getting behind it. And again, if we can grow more, great. But I always want to kind of keep that in mind that there was the toy people who got behind it, and that made. Are
you doing this full time now? Is this your
number
one gig?
Yeah. The animation studio Plunderlings kind of spun off from the animation studio, and I've been 100% focused on.
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're the Plunder King, huh? The Plunder King.
No, I don't want to be. I can't, the idea is to build up another team around, but I got to figure out a little bit how to keep growing it and everything, and also it's getting more expensive to produce as well. I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that too. Yeah, I was going to ask you about some of the challenges with the
tariffs.
With the tariffs and everything right now.
Yeah, for sure. That kind of put a damper on a little bit of what we're doing, but I'm hoping it's something that's temporary and they'll turn around. And as much as I would like to explore other places to produce, the truth is that China they're just really good at it. Like they've been doing it for so long that they have the materials, they have the we wanted this rope,
like that.
We can, you can request random things from them and be like, like we need the magnets, or we need a rope for a toy, we need a wire, and you can, because everything's kind of centralized there, they have access to that supply chain, and they can source things in smaller quantities and get very specific. And so it's a lot of things. It's like the know-how, it's the machinery, it's the it's the ability to source lots of materials locally. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Basically, with the whole tariff thing, I'm not really sure what or how they're planning on solving a lot of the issues that they were. Because if the idea was to actually bring manufacturing back to the United States, there should have been lots of carve outs for manufacturing machinery. To import that.
I was going to say that's the biggest hurdle, right? Is like all these machines, all these production machines are made in China. So
that's not happening. I do think that this coming week that we'll have a decision from the Supreme Court about the whole tariff situation, though. So, but we don't have.
The part that bugs me is kind of the contradiction of it. That if that was the idea, you would also maybe do the tariffs little by little to give companies time to. To make changes, but right now on the smaller companies, it's a lot harder than the bigger companies, because the bigger companies could just eat the cost. But for smaller ones, it's literally the whole margin. So, but yeah, that's kind of the situation.
Were you able to skirt with these plunder beaks because you have them in hand now, or did they hit you with that one too?
We're on a temporary pause right now, but we've been on a temporary pause since the beginning. It keeps extending a 90-day pause. And so it's almost like 30% the tariffs, but it's supposed to be 120%. So like whatever you pay the factory, you're supposed to pay a second time at customs.
That is
plus 20%. That's the official rate. But anyways, I didn't mean to get into.
No. This is all great insight. No. This is all great insight.
Yeah, I mean, we just buy them. We really don't get to be on the production side of things. So letting us know how it's hitting.
And also, we wouldn't be able to get a straight answer about that from like Hasbro or something like that anyway. So it's good insight there.
As much as we love those guys, there's somebody behind them like, don't you answer that damn question.
Right. Gun to their head off camera.
Hasbro, I'm a pretty open book, so if you guys have any questions about how the process works, just let me know.
Hasbro is a good company. They are making all the right decisions for the customer.
Right.
Hilarious. Do we have any questions in the chat? Does the chat have anything?
Oh yeah.
Anybody that has questions for Ricky, please feel free to let us know. I messed with these plunder beaks at Comic-Con of last year, not this year. They're so good.
A quick rundown of the articulation in case you guys
know. Oh, nice.
These have a toe hinge. Right? So that's something that's new for us. We hadn't done before. And then I'm gonna go bottom to the top.
Yeah.
Then they have a double hinged knee, right? So they can keep their butt. Then pretty standard stuff. And then the parts that get a little more interesting, the swivel here, and then it's got a double barbell on the top, and then also the full range here.
Wow.
So if you wanted to, you could like, twist this around and have like a very extreme like side thing or something like that. And then the wings. Oh, okay. Let me go with the head. It has an articulated mouth and an articulated tongue, which I always say that if you like to, you get two of them, right? They're both available now on Plunderlings.com. With articulated tongues, you can make them kiss each other if you want.
Oh, now we're talking. That's why I ordered 2 the other day on Kevin's stream, Ricky. They needed a kiss, man.
Then these wings I'm very proud of. It took some while to come up with interesting wings. Because again, wings are tough, but so they're reversible. So if you wanted it to, here, I'll try to explain it. So you can have a double hinge, so it could bend over itself like this, right? But because it's reversible, you could either have it face this way or face that way. And then if they're facing 2 different directions, then instead of having the double hinge motion, you can have this sort of accordion motion. Right?
Shit.
Yeah. So you could do the same thing with the middle one. You could put that middle one over here, so they could have the whole accordion motion. Or I don't know that's what I call it. It was probably
can you show us that on live? How you fold that in?
So I mean, okay, if you have them all facing the same direction, all the sockets, you could fold it like completely over itself, right? But or have it fold over his face, cover his face up.
Yo.
And then if you
eat your heart out, Archangel, look at that.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, nobody in all the wing characters we've had from these other big companies, McFarlane, Hasbro, nobody has done articulated wings that well.
I mean, you saw it like more than a year ago, I think. And
2024.
All just the wings. It was just a lot of back and forth on the wings, and trying to do something that's interesting. So if you decide to put them one on top of the other like that, so it could do this, and then you can also do that, right? But then what I was also trying to say was that if you can take out the middle piece completely, and then just take the other 2 pieces,
and make
a medium-sized wing, right?
Okay.
On both sides. All right. So here you have like a medium-sized wing. Right? And then you could also go small wing, or like, again, so it takes a little bit of imagination, but I would say like if Transformers could do mass shifting and people accepted it, I don't see why you can't accept.
I mean, listen, that gives it more playability. It's more fun factor that way for sure.
Yeah. So you can make the wings small into like a little cape. So now you can just like if you want them like a swashbuckling have them fighting.
Hell yeah!
Feel like it's totally folded in on itself.
Because now he looks like an admiral. Like that looks like a little cape that very, very,
these are great. Cool. He convinced me on Wednesday, and I bought on my own birthday. I bought 2 right on camera. I was like, look, Ricky, I bought them.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it until afterwards, but I should have just offered to send it to you. It was your birthday and everything.
It's okay.
Work move on my part.
Rick has to support a Rick. Come on, man. There's not many Latino Rickies out there. We got to support each other.
Keep the questions coming in the chat. Here's a good one from Ebony Leopard. Shout out to Ebony Leopard, regular of the podcast.
Absolutely.
He says, and I noticed all of the characters are male. Any chance for females in the future? And I'm gonna throw it out there. Plunderlings. Shout out to Drake.
Plunderlings.
Throw the Caribbean flavor. Shout out to Plunderlings. But that's a good observation. Female Plunderlings.
Yeah, 100%. I think we've been working on that idea for a while. A lot of these have reuse with each other right now, so it wasn't on purpose that we stuck to the men versus less tooling. For example, like the Plunderlings and the Plunderlongs and the Plunderlongs and the Plunderbeaks do share pieces. But yeah, we want to do girls, and I wish we had done them sooner. Plunderlasses, I don't know. We're playing with a couple names. We're trying to figure out what the best Plunderlina. I don't know. But we're regardless. Maybe they don't need another name. It's just we're just continuing the Plunderlings and the Plunderlongs. But yeah, we have we do have ideas and we have some designs. I would like to show it, but at the same time,
no.
I try to hold myself back so that I don't want it. But anyways, just to show again how big the wingspan could be when you want to have the long wings that it could be.
Yeah, I have a feeling that other companies are going to start biting that.
Patent pending.
Yeah, it really is some of the best wing articulation that I've seen on figure. That's pretty impressive.
Did you purposely not make a toucan Sam so you wouldn't get in trouble?
Customizers can do it. Just don't say that I told them to. But I'm curious to see. I'm hoping to see maybe some at Legion's Con or something like that. Maybe see some toucan Sams. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, man, it's kind of crazy. There's no toucan Sam. And I was like, he doesn't want to get sued.
Yeah,
especially when you have a company. When you have a company like Jada who's actually making the cereal mascots. It's kind of tough. Like,
yeah. Jada has I'm trying to I don't know my cereals. If they did Tony the Tiger, then they have Toucan Sam as part of that same cereal verse, I think, right?
They have they just put up pre-orders for the Fruity Pebbles guys, the Barney
and Rubble,
Barney Rubble, and
Barney and Fred,
Barney and Rubble.
Right.
We also had
I'm always trying to rack my brain and find older, like IPs to maybe license and try to maybe throwing my hat into that ring. But at the same time, I really feel like I don't know what's left, to be honest. Like, I think it's, but I don't know, like if we're gotten to the point that we're doing cereal mascots, I'm really wondering, like, is this kind of like what's left, and what can you do that's interesting and new and different? That's another thing too.
Have you guys? Because I'm curious. While a lot of crossovers are big, and you mentioned TMNT earlier, is there a line that you would love to do a crossover with? Plunderlings X ...
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that I would love to do, but I don't know if we're there. But I always wanted to, Gargoyles, for example, for a long time was my dream IP to try to do. NECA did a great job with them, but I would be interested in doing like more of a toon version of those. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we always thought that that NECA would eventually do it, and then they just never did. And it's just these like realistic kind of takes on them. And it's funny because I look at the Plunder Strong and I'm like, damn, that body's kind of like a gargoyle body a little bit.
They're very Goliath coded.
Yeah, very Goliath shape.
Or is it Broadway, I think is the name of the character.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
Also another thing that we work on a lot is keeping them all cross compatible. So you could put on like the Plunder long head on a Plunder strong body, and try to keep it so that you can always mix and match them and keep the colors the same.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Somebody was asking, is BBTS the best place to order? Is it better to order straight from the site?
I mean, they're both good for different reasons. I love BBTS because they're a pile of loot and everything. Also international, Big Bad Toy Store is going to be your best option. But they are running a pre-order right now, and on plunderlings.com, it's up for order. I'm going to be fulfilling these orders next week, so I'm trying to get them to people before Christmas. So if you want them sooner, be off our site. But BBTS usually runs pre-orders first, even if the product's available, to kind of gauge interest. Before deciding how many they want to have in stock.
Yeah, we recently heard that BBTS wasn't doing anything to help Kickstarters anymore. But I guess that doesn't really affect you because you've been pretty much on the site since the beginning, though. Even after the Kickstarter closed down.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too much but my understanding is that they'll still put up product on pre-order on their website. But I think what they're trying to avoid doing right now is like putting money into the Kickstarter directly. And because it was very incredible, but also unusual. What they would do before was that they would pay up front for product, and usually most stores don't pay for product until they receive it. They'll give you the commitment. They're like, okay, we're committing to whatever, 1,000 pieces, but they pay you once it arrives. The amazing thing about Big Bad Toy Store and how supportive they were in the community is that they were okay with paying for a product before it was manufactured. But it's also understandable that maybe that's not something that's always
they don't want to take that risk. anymore right now. Yeah, I could see.
But to give them all the credit in the world, a lot of indie brands, and mine included, were basically thanks to the fact that Big Bad Toy Store was willing to make those sort of deals. But yeah, again, I totally understand. It's what they're doing isn't unusual. It's what everyone else does. You know?
Yeah.
It was unusual what they were doing before, I would say.
Yeah.
Excellent. Any other questions down there in the chat?
Yeah. Any other questions before we get Ricky out of here and close out the night?
What
Yeah.
What's next? What's the next big thing? Next big move for you right now? What's in your sights? What do you have your sights set on? What's your 2026? How do you want to kick off your 2026? Where do you want to be in the first quarter of 2026?
I'm pretty in the weeds right now with the beaks, but the next thing that's coming in is the frogs. So those next things will be available, and we have speaking of animation, I'm trying to we're gonna do like a fun way to do it, maybe do something similar with the coin quest, or make kind of like a game to discover, but we have like about 30 minutes worth of stop motion animation for the plunder beaks and the frogs.
Very nice.
We hope to kind of like put out there. But yeah, so that's probably what the first half of next year will look like, and then the second half, if we do well with the beaks and the frogs, yeah, we'll keep the idea of maybe just making product that we can put up for order or pre-order and not have to do Kickstarter. But this is my first experiment with not going the Kickstarter route, and so it all kind of depends on how this goes to know if we're ready to take those training wheels off, or if we need to keep on Kickstarter. Because Kickstarter is a great way to make toys because it tells you whether or not people are interested before taking the risk and paying for the tooling, which is the steel molds. I have a piece of tool here that I stole from the factory. I don't know what it is actually. It's like a badge, it's like a police badge. But anyways,
I'll never know.
Yeah, but these weigh tons, and that's where most of the money goes to. It's just paying for the steel, tooling.
When can we expect the frogs?
Early next year.
Yeah,
I don't want to put a date and then have people, because I've been wrong before.
He said February. He said it on the A.C.B.A. podcast. He said it.
No, it's I'm worse than that. There's the cover of Toy Collector magazine, which I have over there, said Kickstarter coming this summer for the beaks and the frogs, and I totally failed on.
There is no Kickstarter.
There is not even a Kickstarter anymore. Okay, I'm embarrassed about that, so I'm trying to hold my tongue more often, because sometimes I get excited and I overshare or think I'm going to be ready earlier than I am. But the beaks came out. Was kicked the Kickstarter, and the reason why they're coming out now is because they came in, and I just thought it'd be cool to get people before Christmas, and not and not just be sitting on it for a couple months.
If you would have done the Kickstarter, that would have been the fastest return ever.
Yeah.
Imagine you do it in the summer; it just comes to people's houses in December. That'd been crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that would set you apart, because most Kickstarters take a year. So, just saying.
But the Kickstarters for to help kind of like give you that loan, and the fact that I just paid for it. I also had to take out a loan, but without the Kickstarter, because I basically, the tariffs kind of freaked me out. Basically, I was like because we're on this pause. I did the math, and I'm like, I think we can get it in before the pause is over. And that's why I went ahead and paid for it. So at the same time, the Kickstarter, even though it would have been really fun, it would have been cool, and I would have loved to have delivered early. At the same time, it kind of goes a little bit against the Kickstarter ethos, because I was already making them, so like, even if my funding didn't hit, I would have to make them anyway. They were already going to be on their way. So
I respect a man with morals, a moral compass. I like it, Ricky.
Yeah. Anyways, but I don't know if you guys have more questions, but it was fun.
My final question from me. What are you collecting right now? What other lines are you like into? What's kind of floating your boat outside of your own line?
Yeah. What am I collecting? I'm okay. I'm trying to think of new stuff that I've been collecting. because I kind of got into vintage stuff lately, in which I really don't like that. But I got into this. I got into these vintage GoBots for some reason. And I don't know if you guys. And Shogokin as well. And then
Shogokin, let's go.
Yeah, let's see. I got one of them here. I was showing you the stream the other night.
Oh, let's go.
And a lot of these old magnetic figures too that are kind of interesting. So I started collecting some older stuff, but new stuff here. I really enjoyed the oh my god, what are they called? These they're not the blockies, there's the other ones.
Yellow Park.
Yellow Park, yeah, the Yellow Park Transformers. I thought came out great.
Yellow Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting the NECA gargoyles? Did you collect them?
I got some of them. I didn't get the whole line.
Okay.
I think honestly, a lot of this wing stuff came from again a lot of respect to them. I really like what they did, but I realized how hard it is to get wings right. A lot of it came from brainstorming and trying to figure out like what's another way you can do wings that you don't have to go full on soft goods, but that could get you interesting range and get as much space as you want on your shelf. So I think that might have actually started off some of those wheels turning.
Yeah, you cracked the code.
Do you have the SHF Boji from Ranking of Kings yet, or no?
I do. Yeah, I have that one.
Oh, he's the best. He's so good.
I have that one. A lot, and I also have what have I got on recently? I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I gotta have to check my BBTS list. There's a lot of stuff I haven't opened up yet either, but I really like Jada's stuff. Jada's killing it.
Oh, they're so good. They're the best, man.
But I also all the MDLX stuff from Sentinel I think is really
cool. That MDLX stuff
3.0 or 3.0. I get confused. Yeah. Sentinel and 3.0 I think are making really cool high-end stuff.
You do Transformers for MDLX or?
I did. I have the Mega Man. I also have I think it's. Sorry, give me a second. Well, I have all the Evangelion ones. I was excited that they tried making Angels and stuff like that. What else am I collecting? Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm very eclectic. Let me just answer a question like that. Yeah. I'm very eclectic, and a lot of times I get drawn to design more than to actual like IP. Sometimes I will get drawn to that. For the most part, it's stuff that I just think looks cool.
Speaking of design. I just remember when Plunderlings first came out, like the overall art direction of them was so different than what other independent toy companies were doing, where other independent toy companies were kind of going for like a hyper realistic type of art direction, whereas Plunderlings were very like fun and like cute and like very like toyetic and very toy coded. Like you knew off the rip they were toys. And now that you mentioned that you are buying blocky stuff, I've also noticed that blockies is kind of playing a part in introducing toys that are more toyetic versus hyper real. Like their Marvel stuff is very toy coded as well. And something about their art direction is like they're kind of leaning more into not really, I wouldn't say like being ashamed or anything, but like they're proud to make it look more like a toy for like younger kids, but still implement like a high range of motion and stuff like that. And I just thought that was really cool. And that's like the first thing I always think about with Plunderlings is like how different the art direction was, but it still had like a high range of motion, which was very commendable.
Yeah.
There's this idea that I always have that I feel like we're lacking vocabulary sometimes when it comes to toys, because I do think it's kind of like its own art form. Like I don't think it's quite sculpture. I don't think it's quite but like comic books kind of had this moment where like they start kinds of like graphic novels, and then there's different genres and this and that with like understanding comics with Scott McCloud. He made this kind of like textbook about comic books. I feel like there's something about toys that still haven't, or maybe you'll never go through that, and I think there's a lot of resistance to it, because like talking about art history through toys is maybe something that people feel like it makes it less fun, because people don't want to think about it too much when they're doing it. But I do think there's like toy genres, to say it like that, and I don't think that we have the words to necessarily talk about it too well. But you do know that there's like a toy that it's going for certain things, so sometimes you can't really compare toys directly to each other. Like is the what it calls the Amazing Yamaguchi version of Deadpool better than the Hasbro. It's like they're going for two totally different experiences. The same way, you can't like compare, like whatever, like criminal drama to a rom-com. It's just like they were going for different things, and they can both be successful in their own way. And sometimes I disagree when people kind of talk about toys just kind of like on sort of linear thing, like it's more realistic and more articulated, therefore it's better. It's more accurate to what it looked like on screen, therefore it's better. I don't think that making an extremely accurate toy makes it better, because just like Wolverine or something, right? Like, Hugh Jackman looks great on screen, but I don't know if I would necessarily want a miniature Hugh Jackman. It's a random example, but like it's not necessarily more fun to play with than like I always think about the Turtles too. Like the Turtle toys, I think was the most fun iteration, the most fun version of the Turtle idea was realized with those toys, because they were like beefy, they were sturdy, they had expressions that you could see from far away. They didn't have any pupils, so you can kind of imagine what direction they looked in. They had
the Playmates ones from back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. They were, I think that they were, for what they were going for, they were a much better design than what we got in the animation. Because the animation had other things it had to fulfill. Had to be, or other requirements, had to be simply drawn. It couldn't be too detailed. They needed pupils so you can know what you're talking about. They had to look friendly so that you can, sell them to kids, and to not be scary. And anyway, sometimes I feel like we forget that a little bit with the toys. I feel like I think sometimes there's a lot of things or ideas that can be done with the toys that are more fun for being a toy that aren't necessarily in line with what looks best on screen.
Yeah.
So that's a long-winded way of talking about how sometimes I feel like toys need to accept that they're toys, and there's a lot of things that actually might make the toy experience, whatever that is, better by not making it exactly like it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. That's one of the things that I enjoy the most about Blockies itself. It's never trying to be something. It's a toy first. With those Blockies designs, they don't care about any sort of accuracy or to follow any sort of game plan. They kind of make their own. They make things that are completely inaccurate. They make Transformers that are 2 inches tall, that are like stubby, and they look like weirdly chibi, and and the Marvel characters look nothing like the movie counterparts most of the time. But they always focus on being a toy first, and that's what makes them so fun. Like I love the little Transformers Blockies. I buy those all the time, and the really big ones too.
Are there any like toy gimmicks from the past that you would like to see, that you would like to implement into your own line? Like the first thing I can think of is like color changing with like cold and warm water. Would you ever want to do something like that? Because I feel like that would like fit perfectly in the line.
With the frogs? Oh man, with the frogs.
That would be good.
The nostalgia part that I was trying to capture with the toys is having those sort of like kind of like the strong silhouettes, where you can kind of they have a fun look to them. They've got strong colors, and that they feel sturdy enough, but they're still really posable. Like for me, that was the nostalgic part of what I liked about toys as a kid that I was trying to capture with this. But the part that I haven't made it explore. I mean, well, right now I'm kind of on this diecast kick. I keep thinking about diecast, but I honestly don't think there's a way to implement it maybe in the modern world. I didn't really grow up with that too much, but I think that's awesome. I really like the heft of these figures, and it really makes it feel. I grew up a lot with Caballeros del Zodiaco, Knights of the Zodiac. Those
blockies are insane. I don't know if you buy those blockies. Those blockies are insane.
I don't have the blockies, but the old 1986 ones. I mean, I basically those. I think those is what kind of gave me like a religious experience with toys as a kid. It was just like, because they felt like gold, it felt like this is like jewel, like it felt valuable because it had all these heavy metal parts. And there's just something I think it does to the brain when you like pick something up and it has that heft to it that it's like,
I mean,
I
remember the Bionic 6 figures back in the day.
Yeah. I've been trying to get that gorilla lately. I thought about that recently. I was just looking.
Again,
do you think you would dabble in any like sort of vehicles, boats, and what have you, for your line?
Well, yeah, we try. I mean, we have a couple 3D printed stuff. Like this is an iguana figure.
Oh
that
my God.
Right.
It's funny you say that. Here's a fucking iguana.
Yeah, what the? I mean,
Right.
they had that sitting over to the side. Like, as a matter of fact,
Yeah, I don't want to force it open, but the idea is that it would also have has spikes that are removable, which I can't find right now.
Oh
A saddle,
my God.
but then you can put the plunder strongs on top so you can ride. Basically, again, like I said, we have 100 animals designed. A lot of the animals are kind of like the Flintstones or something, where like they're also like function as like accessories in the world, or they work with the
there's like function to these animals.
Well, yeah, sometimes they'll work with you, sometimes they'll work against you,
Oh my God.
And yeah, I'm interested in vehicles, but I was also more interested in kind of exploring these sort of larger animals. But again, the tooling is so expensive. I'm reluctant to, like, if we had done the Kickstarter, that would have been a stretch goal. But you have to be really sure that you can pay for it, because I've been told this over and over, and it makes sense that basically when you do vehicles or mounts or anything like that, there's only a segment of the people who buy the normal toys that will be interested in buying in that.
Yeah.
So it's more expensive to produce, and it's likely you'll sell less of them, unless you make a vehicle that's so universal that people from other toy lines buy it as well, which is hard. It's more likely you're just like taking a 10% of your audience and making something even more expensive just for those guys, so like the math isn't quite there unless you have a very, very popular line where it's like, okay, like I can 10% enough to justify paying all this stuff,
Yeah, as you were talking about die cast and adding like metal little things like that, again, your line is open to so much like creativity. One of the first things that popped into my head is they all have like the teeth, and the smile is kind of like your thing. You could do like a die cast set of teeth on one of your Plunderlings, and he has like
grill.
Right? Or you could do like bangles that are on
jackals and stuff.
Yeah,
or
earrings that are on the ears, because the ears are accentuated.
He has the magnets. He has the magnets on the head, so you just do like the mask.
Yeah, they have magnets on the head, but we also have hands with magnets in it too, so they can pick up the smaller characters by their heads.
Okay.
And then it's all cross compatible. So like, again, you can not only put that head on the big body, but you can also put that head on this cannon, for example, right? So it looks like he's being shot out of a cannon. This cannon comes
Oh my goodness.
And then you can also use the head for like a coconut, the head for a coconut. So it could look like this fire got a coconut. I don't think you can find any nearby. And then you could also put that coconut on their head, so it's like the coconut fell on their head. So there's a lot of cross play and a lot of cross compatibility.
I'm gonna ask this question again, because I think that you're holding back. What the hell are y'all's brainstorming sessions like that y'all around coming up with like all this cross compatibility? Like, that is some ingenious shit that y'all have done over there, bro.
It's hard to keep it up, and the whole magnet thing has been fun, but I also understand why people don't do it. Like, honestly, if I were going to do another tournament, that's something maybe I would not do. My big thing with the magnets, I didn't want to put a hole on the top of the head so the hats would plug in, because I just thought that would look ugly. But it's hard. It's hard keeping the polarity right. There's a lot of regulations. So yeah, that's but more than anything, I'm always just trying to think like what's the most fun that we could do with this. I wish I had. I also buy a lot of toys and try to figure out like what I wish I could do with it. Well, I think I explained to you that, I don't know, maybe I haven't, but that we have these hatchling bodies. I don't know if you guys know about this, but all the toys come with extra heads with different expressions. And as a collector myself, I have drawers full of hands and heads and bits and pieces. You start feeling like a serial killer after a while, just like collecting body parts. I don't even know what they're from anymore, But I think it was with like a figure arts or something that I was thinking with like Goku. It'd be cool to have like a chibi version, or like maybe I could put that head on a different thing. So we made these little baby bodies that you can put your extra heads on them. You put your extra heads on this and your extra hands as well. And so again, we pretty much only sell these on our site and a couple retailers, because I'm always worried that people are going to buy them and be like, I bought a toy and it doesn't have any heads, But that's the idea here. That you put your extra hands and heads on it, and now everything that came in the box is displayable. Right?
Oh my God.
You can have it all up in the shelf and not have these bits and pieces rolling around. And the box itself is displayable as well. Again, this was also probably a bad decision in retrospect, because it made the boxes pretty big. But there's ears in the box as well, so you can put ears.
Oh
in the
my
box,
goodness!
display the box, and the box is almost like the toy itself. It's got feet, it has ears.
Oh my god!
And also all the accessory kits we try.
Mm-hmm.
We always try to keep one side of the accessory kits clean, so that you could use it as like a background diorama thing. So again, a lot of it's trying to keep. Again, I think a lot of it just comes from buying a lot of toys myself. Too many toys myself, and now I can justify it to my wife for now because I'm doing research. But it's getting to a point where it's like I don't think she believes me anymore. She's
baby, it's for research.
Well, you definitely are setting the bar super high. The thoughtfulness that goes into all of this is pretty fucking spectacular. My question is, how are you getting all this information out to people for them to know the capabilities and like the depth of which you guys are putting the love into the line? Like, where can people
word
go
of mouth? It's you guys having me on right now, and I don't do many streams. I'm trying to, because I have a little bit of a stage fright, but I'm getting over it. I'm doing exposure therapy right now, so thank you guys.
Hey man, listen, you did excellent right now. I wouldn't have thought you had any stage fright. Sure.
So, but it's mostly been people sharing it. It's been people sharing it online on Instagram and just getting the word out. Robo was one of the first people that started putting us in his weekly back in the Foosh, that helped us find out about it. But we haven't paid anything in advertising. We don't have content out. It's all just been people, the toy photographers taking pictures of it, the reviewers.
I was about to say the way the community is these days. I mean, listen, if somebody starts taking cool pictures of your shit, that's it.
Yeah, so it's been 100% that. I think we need to explore other avenues as well, but very lucky that people are willing to talk about it and get excited about it as well.
Very nice.
Yeah, when they first came out, like that's all. Like my entire feed was all Plunderlings when they first came out, and it's funny, just got to the point where it was like, all right, okay, I'll buy them.
Yeah.
Yes.
When your Plunderlong and your Plunderstrong campaign was going on, we featured you like I want to say like 5 or 6 times during your campaign because his name is Poncho. So we were like, you guys have to report this line. They have a guy named Poncho, and it was the one that I bought because I was like, oh, I have to own Poncho. Yeah, so we'd always featured it. I'd call the orange guy Zoidberg.
The red one, yeah, with the claws.
Yeah, with the claws, especially because he had that like thing that Zoidberg ends up having like later on in some episodes. So
so I'm extraordinarily grateful, and honestly, I think part of the thoughtfulness that we try to do, again, I don't think we've been successful in all our ideas, but it's because I feel like I have to kind of earn my keep a bit. You know, I'm not selling X-Men. I'm not selling things that people know. You know, if so, it's the pressure's on in a little bit of a bigger way because if it's not good, then there's no reason to get it. You know,
yeah.
And so that's, or if it's not interesting, or if we're not like doing something different. So yeah, maybe the incentives are a little bit different on my end. Another thing that I have to be very grateful about too, because it's an original IP and not everyone gets the luxury. I went through 5 different iterations of the wings until I got a version of the wings that I was happy with. But when you're on a licensing deal, a lot of times you can't afford that. Not only because of the royalties and everything, but most of the times the licenses, again, I'm kind of new to this. I'm trying to learn about it. I haven't done any licenses myself, but you get 3 years to make a toy and with them. And then you have to pay again and renew the license. And so, you know, and it takes about a year to produce a toy, to manufacture a toy, and that's if you know what you're doing, and you're efficient, is what I want to say.
Yeah.
So kind of the clock starts ticking right away, because after those 3 years are up, you have 2 choices of what to do with your stock. You either need to liquefy it or destroy it. You're not allowed to sit on licensed product in your warehouses of a license that's already expired.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense, because imagine someone else wants to pick up the license.
Yeah,
and
right.
Someone else is still selling product on the market because they have a bunch of surplus.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, I don't want to take this license because, you know, I don't know how many more years of product that guy has is going to still be printing it out and competing with my stuff.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And that's why things end up on Ross and places like that too, is because people have to get rid of it. You know, they would rather sell it for a loss
than destroy it and get nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's why you also see Funko Pops in landfills. That didn't make sense to me for a long time either. I'm just like, well, just storage costs. Like, store it somewhere cheap and like, better that than a landfill. But yeah, you legally can't hold on to it a lot of times.
You're about to see a lot more of that in the immediate future. You're about to see like houses made out of Funko Pops.
Oh man. Yeah, you're about to see kids in Mexico City building their houses out of it next year, man. Shout out to my cousin down in Mexico. He's doing it right now.
Every single it's a luxury to be able to just like focus on the quality and take the time that you need to make it cool.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't have that luxury, even though they have like a lot of advantages that I don't have. Bigger factories and bigger audiences that want to buy it. But yeah, a lot of them are running up against the clock. Because even if you got it done in a year, right after you got the license, that only gives you another 2 years to sell it max.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just told a story like that earlier this week, where I was like, "Hey, how come this figure wasn't like this?" And they were like, "Dude, we don't have the time. We brought it to them twice, and they were like, we don't like it this way." And we're like, "Fine, we're just gonna do it whatever way you say, even though we don't want to do it that way." Because it's just like you said, there's nothing you can do after you give it to them 2 times and they say no and they want it a very specific way, but you want it a different way. It's kind of like, well, fuck, man, I got to give in to whatever they say.
And they have final approval on everything. So
exactly.
Last thing for me, as I was thinking back about Ebony Leopard's question about the female Plunderlings, and I don't know if this would be like infringing upon someone else's IP. They probably would get their panties in a bunch, but I would love to see Plunderlings with like hair. Like, is that going too far to like trolls? Is that a thing?
Magnetic hair attachments?
Magnetic hair. There it is.
Magnetic hair. Yeah. I don't know. Just like having one of the female Plunderlings like as an homage to like trolls and have them have that hair coming out the top of their head would actually be kind of dope. Or like a mohawk on a male Plunderling that's like real hair. That would be
He's had some with mohawks, I think, right?
Yeah, I have one with a mohawk. I feel like you're forcing my hand a little bit. I'll just show one thing here, but yeah.
Spoilers
from hair, and then so you could. The idea is that they're wigs, so you could have different wigs.
Oh
and
my!
They all have bandanas on top, so you could also stack different hats on top of them.
Oh, nice.
I see.
And it's also compatible with the Plunder. So if you wanted to, they could also rock out with. I guess exclusive reveal for your show.
Can you show that again, Ricky? That's your Viking right there. The beard, hair, the horned hat.
I feel like reminds me of Brutal Legend. Do you remember that game? Whatever. It's
that game rocks, dude. Hell yeah.
It's Lee Ferguson.
Yeah, you, sir, are a gem. Like the way your mind works and the way that you've gone about this line, and like your fingerprints are on every aspect of it, from the box to the like way that you've thought out, not just having all of these accessories that you spent a lot of money on in bins and shit. Like you have put a lot of TLC into this line, and it shows.
But I have a lot of help from a lot of artists that collaborate, and also again the community and people talking about it. Otherwise, it'd just be it would be a 3D print for me, and that's it. So I'm glad to be able to get it out there and have other people enjoy it. So thank you guys for talking about it and everything.
Absolutely, anytime, Ricky. These are awesome, and hearing the behind the scenes has been crazy. It's been informative. We have a lot of these conversations that we're having with you, like behind the scenes. Like we have amazing conversations with people at Comic-Con, in the industry, like at the bars, or when there's not a camera on. And it always sucks that we never get to have those kind of moments on a camera, just because you really can't have them most of the time. So having something like this, your perspective, and seeing everything behind the scenes of it all, from beginning to where we are now, was really great.
Yeah,
awesome. I'm glad it was informative.
Yeah, I'm a fan, man, and I would not be surprised if in 2027 we don't start seeing some of these companies change up how they do their wing articulation. Just saying, kind of throw no shade, but that's something you have like cracked that code there. You figured that out very.
I could see you taking this. Like, I could definitely see this being an animated show somewhere. You might want to pitch this to one of these people out here, man. Seriously,
pilot,
we got to talk offline about that. Actually, I'll point you in a certain direction on that. Actually,
Awesome. That'd be much appreciated.
Bug's about to plug you into Netflix. About to change your whole life, Ricky. Down, you about to be part of the merger. Get ready.
When you watch the Toy Galaxy videos, they all always end with like Hasbro bought them. You know, everything ends up getting merged. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm down. I don't know if I'd be down to get merged with Hasbro, but I'm down to definitely collaborate with people because
I could definitely see it. It's so vibrant and just like I could see it, kid friendly. I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, just to mention things that I liked as a kid, the Z-Bots. Do you remember Z-Bots?
Z-Bots.
I think I might have a bag of Z-Bots.
David, you're the robot man. How do you not know these Z-Bots?
No, I mean, they're tiny little robots. They were made by this part of the Micro Machine line. And anyways, to pick out a random one. They're just like really
fun if I remember what they are.
Yeah, let me see.
I had
might not be the most recognizable one. No, but I was just one thing I really liked was getting toys as a kid, not necessarily having any backstory. They were just like fun and colorful looking.
That's the best part about going to the flea market as a kid. You just find this toy at some guy's table. You're like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
exactly. So
I have Transformers toys from 1985, and I was born in 1991. Like I don't even know. Like how did I have Devastator? I don't have older brothers. Like why do I have Devastator?
So, anyways, it was more just
I've
part
never
of
seen these before.
They're kind of like Battle Beast size, but yeah, just like a robot.
Oh, very cool.
I was
Battle Beast tucked away over there.
I love Battle Beast.
Yeah, I could tell.
I love Battle Beast when I was a kid.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Beast Wars I thought were amazing too. But anyways, the point was that that a lot of it growing up in Latin America and then going to the US just like once a year, just going to Toys R Us and just seeing all these toys and all these crazy designs. And the point about the Z-Bots, it didn't really have any story or much neat lore or anything. But the fact that they're just like colorful toys that kind of invite you into you making up your own stuff. Like
wasn't there a toy line a few years ago where there was like a God, I cannot remember. It was a Kickstarter thing where they were like clear and really colorful, and you could like mix and match them yourself. Glide something? I don't.
The Glio system.
The Glio system. That's it, man.
Let's give a shout out to Glios and the Onel community.
The fact that you had that on deck, ready to go.
He's like, "Did you say Glios?"
Matt Dowdy, you guys, if you guys are looking people to interview, he'd be an amazing guy. Basically, he's been making toys. I think for the past like 40 years, originally out of his home, and they all have like a universal peg system, and you can mix and match them. And anyways,
pass along his info. We would love to chat with him. I love people that have been in the industry for a while, and like even you talking about like your art philosophy around toys. Like I love those conversations. Like I love those types of deep dives. So if you ever wanted to connect them with Bug or Rick, we would love to have.
Yeah, but I guess what I was getting at in terms of like the nostalgic feeling that I had as a kid was kind of buying these toys and not really knowing what they're from and just like kind of letting your imagination go off and like make stuff up. I hope that that's what's connecting with the collector community, because again, it doesn't really make sense since collectors usually just like buying toys they had as a kid. But instead of just giving them the toy they had as a kid, what I'm hoping that I'm doing is giving them the experience they had as a kid of buying something they didn't know, and then just kind of like getting into a new world and a new universe, just being drawn in by the toys themselves. Because that's how I got into a lot of stuff as a kid. I bought the toy first, and I was like, "What is this?" And I just wanted to know more. And that's the feeling the nostalgic feeling I'm trying to capture, not necessarily the feeling of like I remember having this exact. Let's see what I got here. Spider-Man 2000. Like I remember having this exact toy and I want to do it again. Just have it updated. That's kind of something else. But
I mean that's how I got into Plunderlings and Plunder Strong. Like I had no idea until you came on today any of the backstory. I was just like, man, these toys are fucking sick. Like I just want to buy them and have fun with them and do whatever with them. And your lines have definitely captured what you've been aiming for.
Yeah, agreed.
Good to hear. Yeah.
And get more of that lore info out there. Because it's actually very dope, and it adds a different layer of like personality to the actual toys themselves for people who are like into that kind of stuff with story. And it also helps with the bridging the gap between the toy line and the inevitable animation, because trust me, bro, with your energy, your passion, and you just stick with it, you'll get there. And you have a group of supporters.
Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it again. Well, thank you guys, and yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, anytime, Ricky. We'd love to have you back.
Yeah, on, man.
Well, have a good night.
When those frogs,
all right,
you too. Come out, we're having you back, man. We have to.
Okay, yeah.
All right, brother.
2-1. All right, bye.
Have a good night.
All right, peace.
Bye, dude.
All right,
what a Rick, huh?
Ricky,
what a Rick.
That was great.
Plunderlings fame, really cool.
Yeah, glad
I got to mess around with quite a few of these. Danny had loaned them out to me a while when
Danny was a big believer in this from the jump. Him and Billy Maroon.
Yeah.
Main two people.
That's who I used to see posting pictures of these all the time. He used to have like an orange one, right? Yeah. But again, I genuinely thought that this was like a major toy company that was putting out Plunderlings. So hearing this story just blew my mind. But just seeing like the depth and the attention to detail that he's put into his line, like he's killing shit.
You know, I don't remember who it was, but it's so
the quality of them too.
It's so funny you say that. I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody in the community for a long time kept going like, I know you guys like these Plunderlings things, but I'm never gonna play the mobile game. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, the mobile game that they're based on. I was like, they're not based on a mobile game. They're not, and I was like, no, they're just some toys. He's like, what? Yep. You're telling me? Like, he's like, I thought that they're like a Clash of Clans like mobile game. I was like, no. I was like, not at all. I was like, I don't know what I didn't say it when he was on here. I don't remember who it was, but God, who the fuck? It's somebody that goes to Comic-Con. Was like, yeah, man, they look cool, but I don't want to play another mobile game. I was like, what are you talking about? There's no mobile game. Like, it doesn't exist. So
yeah, the sky is the limit on those, and I'm telling you, let his sales, because again, he's like homegrown. So the fact that his Kickstarter did 120 on the first one, is that what he said?
Yeah. Like, and then the second one did 330, 340.
Yeah, bro. Let those numbers keep doing that, and that's selling to adult collectors. He hasn't even really tapped into his like demographic that he's trying to target yet. Trust the sky on those. So.
He's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it. They're really great. I love the poncho that I have. Shout out to Poncho.
Hey, shout out to me.
Shout out to him.
I'm about to buy one like right now. I completely forgot that thing was called Poncho.
Yeah, I was like, hey, like I don't know if I'm gonna buy the guy with the claws. I was like, but I have to own Poncho, and I bought him. He's over there.
What is the price point? We didn't even talk about pricing.
The Plunder Beaks. I want to say the Plunder Beaks are
they're
$29.99. Yeah. I bought them live on Kevin's thing. We were sitting there and I was like, yeah, let us know when they go for pre-order. He's like, oh, right now, like you can order them right now. And I was like, oh dog, I'm gonna order them right in front of you. And I was like, look, I ordered them, see?
And they're in stock.
Yeah, they're in stock shipping now. And if you do it, I think he said if you do it before this, like the weekend ends, they'll probably get to you before Christmas. So I mean, not that these are a Christmas gift. I mean, maybe they are to myself. Happy birthday, Christmas. You know,
to me, from me, thanks me.
To me, from me, thanks me.
From me. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I need that on a shirt.
Yeah, they're awesome, really fun. That year that we got to mess with them at Comic-Con was great. We were at Wade's booth when he was selling that Odious in the prisoner suit. And he was like, hey man, you know Ricky? And I was like, oh no man, what's up? And he's like, here, take a look at his new figures. And I was like, oh shit. They like thrust the Plunder Beaks on me. And I was like, oh damn, these things are.
Your Wade impersonation is spot on.
Yeah.
Oh dude, speaking of Wade, speaking of Kickstarters.
Oh man, how much do you regret not showing up to that live stream?
So buddy, I told you guys I missed out on ordering my Western Odious.
BBTS. They still got
you. BBTS.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop bullshitting and order it tonight.
BBTS got you next week.
I dumbass watching the end of the marathon, and I'm like in the chat commenting, and I'm like, y'all got this shit. Don't trip. Blah 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 blah. And I ended up getting tied up. I had to take my daughter to fucking her art class, and that shit is in like Alpharetta, which is an hour from my house, and her art class is 3 hours. So to kill time, I was just bumping around and whatever. But it happened during the end of the Kickstarter. And so I wrapped it all up and I was like, let me go ahead and back my Odious now. Shit was closed. And I was just, I did that thing where I just kept like clicking the buttons, hoping that it, like my phone would mess up.
My internet's bad here, and I never get good internet here. You refresh. Yeah, you can. Now that the campaign is over, you can get them on Big Bad Toy Store. So next week they release the Inuit and the Ronin. The Ronin and the Inuit are definitely getting purchased in this household.
Yeah, you were the most excited about the Inuit, right?
Yeah, my wife did the art for it. So that was dope.
Hold on.
Yeah, chilling with Kadeem.
Did you just say your wife did the art for the Inuit?
Did art for it. Yeah, he's still mulling over if it's going to go on the package. But
I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Really good. Yeah, she's killer. Yeah, I love that live. Chilling with Kadeem was one of the greatest moments.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That dude was having us dying. Up your ante. Quit fucking around. 3 soldiers, two cowboys, a skull head with a cigar prince. He was going crazy, man. He had like 7 different meals throughout like the 10 hours he was on. Hold on, let me go make lasagna. And we're like, what?
Let me make lasagna right now, right?
Yeah, let me go make lasagna right now. And he went to go make lasagna. Then he came back like, let me have my yogurt. I need to have a smooth move in the morning. And we're like, what the fuck?
Incredible.
Yeah, I followed him on Insta, and I saw he was making a ton of like story posts and was really hyping up the Kickstarter. And so I know that he was really excited about it. And Pharaoh Monch was on there at one point too, right?
Yeah. They were both there
together. He told me.
Yeah,
I missed that, but like towards the end, Pharaoh and Kadeem were on at the same time.
Yeah. I fuck with Wade. Like I said, he and I have chatted just on and off throughout the years, but we've circled back a couple times and talked on Insta throughout the campaign. And he's another just like really humble, talented cat in the community. And I know I beat this drum a lot, man, and I will always beat the drum, but the toys are cool, collecting is cool, having an outlet to like support an addiction that's not like destroying your body with like toxins and drugs and shit is cool, but the relationships that you make within this community, if you really are somebody who's putting out like positive like energy that's going to be reciprocated with love from other people in the community, and just like that's what makes it all worthwhile, yo. Like,
yeah.
I can't stress it enough. I don't know how other people get in this thing to divide and hate. Like, don't get me wrong, there are things about this hobby that like piss me off from time to time, but wallowing in that all the time, I just don't know how it's healthy for anybody's mental. So shout out to all the people that's been in this thing for a long time. Shout out to the relationship. Shout out to the friends of the A.C.B.A. podcast. Just shout out to all the other guys that's out here getting it, that's been getting it for a long time. And it's like literally making their dreams come true via these Kickstarters and these toy companies. Like hearing Ricky tell his story, like was just really inspiring and just really beautiful, man. So shout out to all you guys.
Yeah.
Really cool. Is there anything else we want to touch on before we get out of here? It's pretty much top of the hour.
Yes, maybe. Did we want to announce who we're having next week already and kind of build that up a little bit, or what do you guys think? Save it.
I think let it build.
Yeah, all right. I told you guys that we were trying to be a pretty epic run of guests, so we will continue next week with another guest. I'm sure people want to see. Yeah, we'll keep it at that for now. But we are lining up everybody that we said we wanted to line up for sure. So just stay tuned.
Yeah, it's going to be a big guest next week. Huge.
Bigly.
I was going to say too that just a friendly reminder that Monday is the Hasbro live stream, the last one of 2025. I forgot what year we was in for a second. Last one of 2025. Supposed to be a lot of reveals, a lot of surprises and stuff. I know one thing that I really want to see and want people to see probably won't be announced. The word that I got was that it wasn't going to be until next year that we'll see that. So I'll talk about that in a separate video shortly.
What you over there, boss? Like you got me intrigued. That's a lot of plastic and snipping. What you doing over there?
Nah, I opened up like a few things since we've been here this evening. I just opened up.
Hey, Rachel.
Rachel, yeah. This is a decent figure, man. I like that they did the little raised sort of like divots in her costume. That's really
Yeah, I saw
advanced.
somebody say you can get a 2-for-1 out of that because you have her look there, which is like the hound look, and then you can put the other head on the brighter red Phoenix body and have her, and you can use those same clip-on wings and have the other look from when she was in Excalibur in the Phoenix suit.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know, while we were
additional
on,
head on what body? I'm sorry.
Use the head that has the lines on the body
Yeah.
with the spikes, and then use the plain head on that brighter red Phoenix body that was released, and then you get her in her Phoenix outfit with the, because a lot of people
red Phoenix body. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The other red Jean Grey that was single carded that came out.
Was it retro card? That one?
Maybe. I don't be remembering the packaging. But yes, if you use that second head on that body, you end up with when she's in her other Phoenix look.
Got it. Yeah, I'm putting together something right now. I think I'm doing a 80s, 90s sort of like super group shot with all the teams that we completed so far with Hasbro right now.
You know, while we were on, Dan tweeted about that live stream. He said, setting expectations, MCU
He's always
and
setting
comic
expectations.
figures.
I love it
MCU
when you
and comic figures will be shown. Previous teases will be officially revealed. Some things have changed. We have retired the draft, so that whole thing of like voting for whose thing is gonna that's
I guess it's not as exciting with two people.
Yeah,
with two people, yeah.
But hold up. Wait. They're ending the year. Wait. They're ending the year, and it's going to be MCU and comic.
MCU and comic.
What has come out since Thunderbolt and Fantastic Four that would warrant new MCU shit?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be something from the zombie stuff. Wasn't that new?
Yeah. That there was that.
And maybe they'll just go back and fill in some gaps of some stuff that we didn't have for the MCU.
Right.
Like that has to be what it is.
Are we missing a villain from No Way Home?
No. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not.
No, we got all of them.
Okay.
We got all of them. I'm trying to think. I think we're good. I don't know. Maybe can't be Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes out in May.
Nah, it wouldn't be new stuff because anything that you release for Brand New Day would be considered spoilery.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could double back for something from Fantastic Four, something where it wasn't like 100% accurate, or some other look for one of the characters. I don't know.
Like I see look, I see people saying stuff in the chat like Ironheart and Wonder Man. They not even promoting those shows, so I know they're not figures for those. Like Ironheart had 0 to no promotion, and Wonder Man comes out like soon, and I think I've seen like one trailer for that shit. Like they are not promoting.
Wonder Man comes on soon. Yeah,
they are not fucking with these black-led shows. But who knows? I guess it'll be interesting to see. One thing that I did just want to, and I guess we could talk about it quickly, especially with P being here. The gaming awards were this week, and as a result, we got some really dope trailers for some upcoming movies. Girl dropped. Did you all get a chance to see that?
Yeah, man. What the hell's going on with Krem?
I haven't read the book. I haven't read that one yet, so I don't know. People mad.
In the book, he's just a redheaded guy with a beard, and like a peg leg. He's like a space pirate. Like and this one he looks like Pinhead. It was so funny because I was talking to Brian, Cap Lives, and a bunch of other guys. They're like, "Yeah, man, what do you think about Krem, huh? Fucking Pinhead." And I was like, "That was Krem." I was like, "There's no way. This guy just looks like Pinhead."
That's an interesting take. Did you see the trailer for Supergirl, Mr. Nice? Oh, Bug's engaged in conversation over there. It's okay.
Okay, he's trying to
say it again. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Did you see the trailer for Supergirl?
No.
Sexist. You sexist.
Sex.
When did this come out?
Yesterday. Did you see the trailer for Street Fighter?
I saw that today.
Dude,
I won't lie.
That should look fun.
I'm kind of intrigued.
Right?
Look fun, dude.
It looks like it looks like really good AI. That's not AI, but just like it looks appealing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's a crazy description because you are right. Like if you had an AI generator make a live action Street Fighter movie, that's what that shit would have looked like.
How it
That's
would look 100%.
It's everybody I know that's watched it has been like, that looks a lot better than I thought.
Yeah. Like P,
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to tell you this, and this may resonate with you, but if you are to do a modern live action Street Fighter movie, I feel like what they're leaning into is the way to do it because it's giving off Kung Fu Hustle vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kung Fu Hustle was bad, yeah, maybe.
But you know what though? It made me realize that like a Street Fighter movie doesn't have to be serious, right? Like it doesn't have
to. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And so I think that the biggest thing is it can be serious. No, it doesn't. Let me say this. It doesn't have to take itself serious. And I think that's the good balance that I think they're going for. Like, I think that they are taking the movie serious, but I don't think that they are taking themselves serious. And because at the end of the day, we're making a movie about street fighting with people that shoot out fireballs and a green man.
All types of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
what do who do you guys think gets the toys? We gotta see some toys of these, right?
I'll tell you right now, it's not gonna be Jada. June does not like making humans. He does not like making like live action characters because people always tell him like, you have Fast and Furious, why aren't you making Dom? And he's like, dude, I'm never making.
Oh my God.
I'm not making live action characters. So
got it.
We're not there.
I could see y'all aren't gonna like this, but I could see McFarlane making them.
Todd McFarlane,
the Todd
Spawn.
Like, especially if the characters are barefoot. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, yeah, he loves those grippers, man.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see McFarlane. I can't think of any other company really that's like actively making, like Mattel wouldn't do it. Hasbro wouldn't do it. Jada's not going to do it.
Wrestlers in it for Mattel to do it, honestly.
Wait, say that again, P?
There's enough wrestlers in that cast for Mattel to do it, honestly.
Yeah, Mattel could totally do it. Mattel could. I mean, nobody makes a better Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns than they do anyway, so.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, anyone else a little annoyed that he didn't shave off the beard to be Akuma? I knew he wasn't going to, but I wish he would have.
I don't mind the beard. I don't like that they made no attempt at the hair. Everybody else's hair is like super accurate, but only he was like, hey, just put up in a ponytail. Like
that's my biggest. I know I'm being like very jaded about the Street Fighter movie, but like that's like my biggest complaint about the movie is like I have no qualms with like them having fun with the movie, but like it's very like fragmented. Like they really pick and choose the stuff that they want to have fun with, or the stuff they want to be accurate about, or like kind of modernized and make look like real and gritty. Like it just seems like a very like fragmented type of production. Like I will say that I really love the cinematography direction of the movie. I think it looks really good, especially like the color direction and everything looks awesome.
Agreed.
And then you have Cody Rhodes with his fucking hair like paired up with like the most like beautiful art, like lighting I've ever seen, and it's Cody with a Spirit of Halloween wig on. It's crazy.
Hilarious. That he did look uncomfortable in the beginning. If you go back and watch it kind of like frame by frame, he looks uncomfortable and nervous about doing the wire work, if that's him doing it before he does the flash kick. He like tenses up a little bit, and I guess in my opinion, they used a bad take on that. And I told this to Rick. If you go back and watch the trailer, P, at the end, Ken does like a downward like kick hack thing and knocks his opponent face first into the mat. And if you look, the person that he does that to looks like El Fuerto.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
El Fuerte.
right.
It's totally El Fuerte, and they made him fat. They made my
Yeah.
dog fat.
He's like a fat version of El Fuerte. Is like a. I'm assuming there are also going to be a bunch of cameos like that.
Yeah.
I also thought that there was like some scenes where they're fighting like some ninja looking people, and I was like, what if that's what are the twins' names? Yin and from Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know John.
Yeah, why is it not coming ahead?
Jun and whatever. So anyway, I was excited about that. And Supergirl, you should go watch it tonight, Boog, and give me your thoughts on it.
It's just a trailer, is what you're saying,
Just
though, right?
Trailer, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a trailer.
We didn't talk about the Mandalorian trailer either. I know that happened recently, right?
It is.
I know that there was
Yeah,
for the movie that came out a while ago.
No, there's a trailer for the Mandalorian movie. I think I mentioned this in the chat, but Little Kendall saw it. And what movie just came out? What animated movie was
Zootopia 2, which just crossed 2 billion
Yes.
today. I'm sorry,
Yes,
1 billion. Sorry, 1
Zootopia.
billion.
Yeah, they showed the trailer for the Mandalorian movie and Zootopia movie. Yes, yeah.
Is it a second one? Because one Mandalorian movie trailer already came out.
Yeah, I don't know. This was my first time even.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that it was going to be a thing, so this is my first time seeing
Yeah,
it.
I'll go back and peep it, but the first trailer for the movie already dropped because we got to see what's my guy's name from Rebels, the big alien dude.
Zeb.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot about that.
My boy
Yes.
Zeb.
But it may be a second one if it's being played in front of Zootopia 2. It may be the second.
What I saw that kind of like was like, oh, was that they showed the Razor Crest again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That is the big
Brian said that is the old trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That was the other big thing that he dumped the little Naboo speeder, and he's got another Razor Crest.
Got another Razor Crest. Okay, cool.
Round up.
All right, let's get out of here. Anything else, real quick? Anything else, real quick?
No, guess next week. We're all going to be here. We're all going to be talking to this incredible guest, huge guest. One thing, shout out to Alexander Volkanovsky in the Street Fighter movie being the most random character, but the only character that could kill everyone with his bare hands if he wanted to. Shout out to Volk for being fucking Joe.
Yeah.
Of all people.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's hilarious. UFC champ. Yeah.
You know who Joe is?
Yeah, he's the guy from the intro, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's just the random guy from the intro, and they cast a UFC champion.
I like it.
That's crazy.
I like it.
That's crazy.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and he's like the only one who's like punching in good form. In the trailer, he starts like fucking going hella fast. Like, oh shit, he's like the only one that is like actually punching in correct form.
Boog, I saw on Insta. This is just a plug for you. In case you haven't noticed, my man has got his setup and he's putting up new videos. I think you put up 2 in a week this past week, didn't you?
Yeah, I put up some little shorts and stuff. Like, I'm feeling a little more comfortable. And again, I'm feeling really good about opening stuff and displaying. And my window is limited because I am going back under the knife in the second week of January, so I don't really have a lot of time right now too. So
this is going to be the one that changes your life because this is your right on.
Yeah, it's fucking over.
You got to give us a 1 hour main course before you do it, man. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. I got to get real close with my wife after this next surgery, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm telling you, like your whole everything is about to be, you're about to hate not having your right hand, but you're also about to be looking at your left hand like you inept mother. You can't do shit.
Gonna be hitting your wife every day with "I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry."
Can you?
Oh shit!
Yeah. You gotta get a bidet before it's too late, man.
Yeah, word.
Tell Ashley to order the bidet tonight from Amazon, so she don't gotta be out here like she can just press the button and like you're good, baby. See you later.
Really quick. Another thing I want to give you roses on. I saw it warmed my heart because I saved this as like a little treat for myself to open when I get back on Sunday. I did open my Gorgon and Medusa, and I saved Black Bolt and Triton until I got home. But I wanted to ask on air, what were your reactions when you opened up your Gorgon and your Medusa?
You was fucking right. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's too big. Like,
This
this is like
big. Like, but you know what? I was messing with him and whatever. You got to get that crouch right with his legs. But he is but am I tripping? Nobody else uses that body.
Yeah, I was looking at like there were some reused parts on the body because Dwight even said that they use like Caliban's arms or some shit like that. But
what is the main buck? I don't know any other buck that's that big.
The upper torso is like Caliban. I don't know, but obviously it's a new head and like the legs and whatever. But yeah, I was looking at artwork and I'm just like, damn. Sometimes they draw him like real stocky, but not like this tall though. Like I feel like he's like huge, man.
Yeah, he's huge.
But I love the way they all look together. Aside from Karnak, he looks fucking awful next to the rest of them.
He's sick. He's sickly.
That Karnak is a crime.
Yeah, but we'll get him again. I told you the way that we'll get him is they will redo Karnak pinless and they'll put him in a 2-pack with Maximus.
Amazing fantasy, Karnak.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I know we're trying to
all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Trying to roll. We got to do the super chats before we go.
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Rick.
All right. I took screenshots of them, so I didn't have to scroll back up. First super chat from Cat McKay Random. Dear, sweet, lovely Mike.
Yo, Mike, what up?
Happy Friday, A.C.B.A. crew. Have a great weekend. What a guy, this Mike. Shout out to Mike. Cat McKay Random. Absolute killer in the
most luxurious hair in the business.
Yeah, man. Go. He's the real mane and tail in this piece. You know the deal, man. He's him. And we got another super chat from Hendo L, baby. With I don't know what hands they are. They're the ones where they go like this. Almost look like he's doing a Wu-Tang. Shout out to Hendo L, always giving back and always in the chat. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate everybody.
Jason, that's donating at the top of the show too. Says, been gone a while. When did Rick move into Boog's crib?
Oh man. Well, Boog decided to open up the museum. And he had this space available for rent, and I moved right in with my disappearing Ranma poster in the background over there. And here I am.
It was the piano. Was the boy.
Oh, we just got another super chat. Shout out to Harper Figs, baby, professional photographer Harper Figs.
Yo, he really hooked me up this past week. I should be getting a nice little package from Brad tomorrow.
Yeah, me and Brad hit Ross every damn day, and we always tell each other, "What'd you find? Nothing." Or he'll go like, "Hey, I found these 3/4 inch. What'd you find? Nothing." Like,
he hit the jackpot the day. He found a whole bunch of shit.
No luck on anything that I've needed from Ross. I didn't find those black ghosts. I didn't find the Fantastic Four 2-pack, and I go to Ross like almost every day.
Yeah,
but I know. I hate my life. I haven't found shit. I've seen everything the shit that I need. Like, I haven't seen any Marvel Legends out of Ross. And I was gonna go today since I'm in Oakland. I was gonna go to Emeryville, but I didn't feel like fucking with traffic and going over the bridge. So I made it Sunday, but
I found Snow Serpent, the Cobra Scuba guy, and Beachhead. That's who I found this week. That's all. And I also found some Super 7 G.I. Joe stuff. Nasty. Get out of here.
No.
Sorry, Kyle. I don't know that he did those, but yeah, those were awful. That was about it.
Oh well. Next time.
Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
Okay. Big shout out to Ricky from Plunderlings for coming and hanging out with us this evening and giving us some real insight on the business and more specifically his business and what's going on over there. So obviously you can support Plunderlings by going directly to their site, but you can also purchase through Big Bad Toy Store and other retailers like that. Again, we will be continuing this trend with guest, and we'll have somebody on next week too. Thanks everybody for the super chats this evening. Thanks everybody for hanging out in the chat. And yeah, we will be touching base again next Friday. I'll be tapping in quite a few times throughout the week. And yeah, talk to y'all very soon. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell down there for notifications. And until next time, peace.
Goodbye, everyone. Go watch the Street Fighter trailer. Have fun.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. So Supergirl is James Gunn.
Supergirl. Yes, it is Guardians of the Galaxy 4. You're gonna love it.
It's starring Pinhead.
Yeah.
Starring Pinhead.
You'll see. This shit gonna make it.
I don't know.
Ricky was really good. Hey, are we something I was gonna ask? You gotta run and do something real quick?
I'm just gonna go upstairs and get some food. What's up?
Well, since we were all on, and I wanted to hold y'all hostage because